G'day.
Hello there.
I'm Aussie Robbo.
I'm English Jen.
And welcome back to our new episode at a very wet Universal.
Very wet. Very wet and cold as well. However, we're going to make the best of it. We're in Universal Studios Florida, which is the main park, the one with a big globe in front of it. And we're hoping to fit in lots of firsts. So Born Stunt Spectacular, E.T., Men in Black, and hopefully a bit of food from Marcia Gras while we're at it. Come and join us. So yeah, we start off the day with a Joffrey's pink donut, well I do, and a caramel latte, and we're heading to the sort of main reception area of Caribbean Beach Resort so we can get an Uber. Yesterday, if you saw last week's episode and the week before that, at Universal, we found it quite easy to get the Uber, but yeah, it's dead easy. We just basically get to the foyer, book it, and it's there in a few minutes.
Yeah, so I've gone for the apple fritter, as I have the last couple of days. I'm going to try and have as much of these as I can and enjoy them while I'm in the US. Where are we going?
Caribbean Kai! Hi, girlfriend!
So before we went in the park, we went to the Universal Legacy store. As discussed yesterday, we've kind of realised that Darren likes any excuse to go shopping, and today was no different.
Haven't even started and already buying the merch.
So we just got in Universal. It's about 10 in the morning. It's going to be a cooler day today than it was yesterday. And we got an Uber here. So it was another 20 minutes and $20 like yesterday. So basically the same. It's so easy to get an Uber from the Disney hotels over to Universal. And it's fairly cheap, I think, for an Uber compared to what we pay in London in the UK. So yeah, not too bad.
The cars are gorgeous, but hey, stay kitty, stay. Good kitty.
What do we spot here? What's here? Get a Mickey! Get a Mickey!
So there's a delay yet again with Velocicoaster, which is strange because yesterday, once it gets going, it's going. So we decided to do an alternative. We're coming back to the new and improved Velociraptor Encounter, which is a photo opportunity. So you'll probably see me panicking and screaming.
Where are you visiting from? From where? From the United Kingdom. I hope you don't taste like fish and chips. A hot dog hat. It's an interesting choice to have so close to her mouth. Okay, that's a choice, all right, yeah. Yeah, choke her with your forearm. That's great, man. That's gonna make a great photo. Yeah. Everybody smile nice and big over here towards Kenny. He's the stranger with your camera. You're gonna be interacting with our star attraction here at Raptor Encounter. We call her Blue. She gets the name Blue because when she was created by our scientists, several different types of DNA were utilized to fill in the gaps of genetic code. Things like the poisonous dark tree frog or the African black-throated monitor lizard. That's the DNA that gives her scales that iridescent blue shine you're going to see. Another interesting side effect, it caused her to have an unusual number of teeth. Blue has more than 80 teeth in her head. So while you're posing for your photos, I want to encourage you to keep your hands down at all times. I'd like you to leave with everything you came in with. You're going to be standing with your heels on this striped line. Think of this line as your final destination. Okay, don't think of it as that. Think of that as your target. Well, we jokingly call it the kill zone, but because of a non-disclosure agreement, I can't talk about why it would be called the cat. Everybody say, hi, Blue! Hey, Blue. Hey, Blue. Be a good girl, say hi. This is a great idea. If you'd like to show off those teeth, now's the perfect time. We're real big on teeth here. Good girl, Blue. When I say run, 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 run!
So Darren, how was your experience with Blue?
Really good. I'm so glad we got Blue. Originally it was Bravo, and then we got Blue. And yeah, the guys in there are amazing.
He is extremely funny, that guy. It's almost like he's got the same humour that writes the Twitter account.
Yeah, very universal. No, if you get the chance to do it, it's not. At the moment it's 25 minutes. When we went in, it was 15. They have little breaks here and there, like any character meet. It was amazing, really worth it, and it's just a lovely way to fill in those gaps. Yeah, really good.
Now we're going to feature Velociraptors over here.
Now we're going to run with them. Now we're going to run with the Velociraptors.
So we're about to do the Velocicoaster again, and it's a 20-minute wait, which is fantastic.
Yeah, very fantastic. Let's get joining in that queue.
So we just got off Velocicoaster for the first time today.
Yeah,
How did you find it?
Well, we're revisiting Isla Nublar. Yeah, it was so good. It started to rain, but it started to rain while we're in the building, so it was a bit of a surprise getting hit in the face with raindrops as we're going around.
Yeah, there's a few times where I was like, oh, is that coming from the ride or is that coming from the rain? And then I got one right in the eye and I was like, yeah, I think that's rain.
The wait times were pretty low. So wait time at the moment is 20 to 25 minutes. Single rider is opening as well, but that was quite a delay on the single rider because there were a lot of pairs.
Yeah, how did you find the ride? How did you find the ride compared to yesterday?
Same, because we were sort of middle-ish again, but just a rush, just a happy rush.
I was actually trying to get you to put your hands up.
No, not at that pace,
and then after the first little bit, I held onto the bars today because there was that consideration where you still think you're going to fall out of bits, and actually this was the first time one of the attendants had come around and pushed it down a bit further, which I was happy about. Because I want it as tight as possible, that bar going down over the...
You don't wobble around so much and feel that fear.
That's all that's between me and going flying off that ride into the water or
with your legs, there's no chance of that. But yeah, ride it as soon as you can. Please, ride it as soon as you can.
It's an enjoyable ride, and if you like roller... And it's amazing how many small kids are on that ride.
I'm a wuss.
Like, so many small kids, which is great,
I'm a complete wuss, and I just get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Terrified, but I get a kick out of it. So good. So now we're finally going to hopefully get on Hagrids. 2.5 years waiting for this, I think, nearly. It's like, so finally we're going to go back on to Hagrids and head up that way to Motorbike.
So my little Slytherin, what did you think of? What did you think of
Hagrids?
Yes.
Worth the wait. Worth the wait. That was a thrill. So I did the bike. I straddled the bike as best I could. You're in the sidecar like a lovely little old lady.
I know you took the bike. Yes.
Yeah. He let me take the bike. But we'll probably be returning here later on. But yeah, it's so good. It's such a fun ride. Similar to Velocicoaster in the fact that you come off being rather high. It's a fun ride. It's not like scary as such. Would you say?
No, it's just very fast, which I really enjoy. It was faster than I expected as a ride, so I really enjoyed it in that respect. You had a few bursts there where it got even faster, so that was really good.
More than I thought, yeah.
I wasn't expecting the section where it goes into the cave and then it stops, and then I thought it was going to shoot forward and it actually dropped. I guess I've seen it on videos, but I didn't remember it from memory, so that was a nice little surprise. Yeah, just a very, very enjoyable ride. I liked the speed, I liked it. I like it a lot. And yeah.
I'm really glad we finally got to go on it, because we were a bit worried yesterday we're not getting to go on it in previous
And then we had some special effects with the rain coming down still, so...
so it's making us feel real at home. But now we're going to grab something to maybe drink, maybe head over to Marvel Island, maybe catch a superhero or two, some web slingers.
Yeah.
And we'll see you there.
You're going to see them there, right? You're going to see them there.
See you there. So one thing I will say about Hagrids, and to a certain point the Velocicoaster, is this is something that Disney is lacking for Star Wars. They could do with something which is like Hagrids, where it's a fast coaster, like a mini coaster, something a different take on it. Same with what Universal have done with their take on new coasters, whether it be Hagrids or Velocicoaster. Please, Disney, listen to us, listen to the fans. We want something fast and furious, and it's something that doesn't break down every 5 minutes.
Except without Vin Diesel.
No Vin Diesel. In Star Wars, there is no Vin Diesel.
Yeah, but you said Fast and Furious.
Yes. Oh.
Someone's not listening to even what they're saying.
So we're going through Dr. Zeusland, and this may be quite unfamiliar to a lot of people in the UK, because Dr. Zeus was never a huge thing. However, this building here may look innocuous as a just giant green thing, but it's actually from green eggs and ham, and it's a sliced bit of ham which makes up the canopy for the actual
So, we just got off Spider-Man. What did you think?
So we haven't been on that since 2017.
I don't actually remember going on it, to be honest.
It was very brief, kind of whizzing around. But no, I really enjoyed it. It's better than I remembered.
I really enjoyed that, actually. The 3D visualization was really good, and it got loads better as it went on. When you're going up on top of the buildings and everything, I found that really enjoyable.
Yeah, the 3D has actually withstood the test of time, I'd say, more than some of the other ones.
It's basically a copy of Gringotts, but it feels like there's a lot more going on in terms of interactivity and moving all over the place, and the whole three-dimensional, as if you're going on top of a building, but obviously you're not going very high at all. It's very well done.
The electro bit's really good. There's lots
very
of surprises. Keep your eye out for Mr. Stan Lee. Stan the Man is there
numerous times.
And it's quite fun to sort of spot him in the various scenes, and it's quite sweet. So now we're going to have a sit down. My legs are aching. They have been aching on and off, so I've been stopping it and starting here again. But we're going to hopefully have a sit down in the Fantastic Four Cafe.
Get some fantastic food.
Fantastic.
So Darren, where are we?
We're at the Fantastic Four Cafe, which I'm a huge fan of Fantastic Four, so I'm looking forward to Marvel, the MCU, doing their take. And it's some really nice artwork. It's a bit sparse, it's a bit kind of 90s, early noughties, but it's nice to see some beautiful sort of character artwork. But yeah, so it's just a snack place. I decided to go for the jumbo pizza, so pepperoni pizza, and you get the side salad, which is, in this case is a Caesar salad, like a mini Caesar salad.
You can't see the Caesar dressing, but maybe it's already on there.
It is on there, you have to smell it, but yeah, it's literally like a couple of bite sizes of that. But what have you got?
So I've gone for chicken Alfredo. It comes with the garlic bread. What's interesting?
Interesting's a word.
We actually ate here 4 years ago, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure it feels a bit familiar, but it's so long.
But this feels like, it just felt like the right location. Your legs were a bit tired, so I thought we'd have something to eat.
Yeah.
See how it goes. It's not cheap for a cafeteria food.
But no, I was quite shocked.
But anyway,
came to $40 exactly.
Yeah, but I'm quite hungry, so let's get into it. So the pasta is quite bland. There's not a huge amount of flavour. And the chicken is also quite bland. Not a huge amount of flavour. But actually the garlic bread is quite nice. It doesn't look very nice, but
no, it doesn't look very nice, but
yeah, the garlic bread's not too bad. I'll give it a 2.5. Shrimps on Barbie, and it's kind of pushing it up a bit because of the bread.
If you didn't have the bread, what would it be then?
Maybe 1.5, 2, possibly.
That's been generous. Thank you, sir. Please come again.
Right, so we just got out of the Bourne Stunt Spectacular.
Stuntacular.
Stuntacular.
Wow, delivers its promise. Stunts aplenty, and there was a hiccup towards the start where they stopped the show because there was a hiccup with the tech. But they did a really good job of just kind of, they basically used the opportunity to talk about the fact that it is a new technology, and boy is that cutting edge technology. That is, I've never seen anything live in person like that before.
Either have I.
Somebody kept nodding off, doing that and that. I thought they were praying or something, but they were just lolling around forever. But for me, I personally...
Hey look, I've just eaten, I'm sleeping it off.
Stodgy food, cheese. This does have a little bit of everything. There's vehicles, there's explosions, there's water, there's fire, there's car chasers, there's motorbikes, there's a full mansion. And like I say, one of the most spectacular things is a high-rise luxury flat where there's got like side pools, those where you can see glass and it's full of water. And you get to see one of the stunt guys being drowned, but he's not actually being drowned, it's a projection. Mind-blowing. And then gets pushed off the building to his death. And very, very, very good. See it while you can. It's weird. I think the only reason why it was busy because there's lots of rain today. But I'd quite happily watch that again just to see in more detail, but crystal clear.
You do that, girl. You do it.
You do you. So next up, we're going to be trying something I've wanted to see since the 80s. E.T. in person, and I'm representing today. It's E.T. Let's phone home.
He must go home, and only you can help him.
Even.
Ah, E.T.
Trouble.
That's right, E.T. Sounds like E.T.'s ready to go, so good luck, everyone. And remember, E.T.'s counting on you, and so am I.
Oh.
So we just got off ET. What did you think?
So I can remember seeing ET back in 1982 with my dad, and I used to watch it all the time. Haven't watched it for many years, and this is like the Bourne Stuntacular before it. This has made me want to go back and revisit because it's so kitsch. It's so kind of it's dated, but in like a beautiful way, unlike some rides.
Dated, much like yourself.
Dated just like myself. But yeah, it's just so cheesy but beautiful. The bit where you start and you're going over like the rooftops and things. Yeah, it was actually more effective than I thought it would be.
Get in the way! Look, they're flying!
I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected. It's a lot bigger than I expected. I mean, I guess we've seen one or two videos on it maybe, but it's a lot bigger, especially at the start. I didn't expect all that stuff at the start. It's smoother than I thought it was going to be. It's a lot more entertaining than the Peter Pan ride in Disney. And yeah, Peter Pan has like always a massive 60-minute wait, and this one doesn't, you know. It's quite sad.
I'm just glad that E.T. got my name right, but your name wrong.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
Somehow she called me Ron instead of Rob.
Goodbye, Gary. Wrong.
Which for anybody who knows us, knows that when I'm texting and mentioning Rob, my phone often corrects it to Ron, so I have to keep going backspace.
And you're the one that mumbles, so if anyone should be getting their name wrong, it should have been you and not me.
Yeah, but hey, eating you know my name.
So anyway, we're going next.
So next we might try a snack or two and then head over to Men in Black, which is another first. We didn't get to do it yesterday when we were here, so we're going to try it again today.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. There's a squeaking spell. Well, I haven't seen one of those for a long time. Comes in its own basket. The one I've got at home is actually a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
And then we saw this earlier today. This is quite cool.
I actually like that. Because it was like a digital display.
Well, they've got like, it's a three-dimensional kind of effect.
How much is it?
$35.
Marty! Marty!
Future Darren and Rob here. We forgot to record our review of the Men in Black ride when we were at the park. So here's a little recap now. What did you think?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. It was kind of like Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger. Only
a lot more extreme.
A lot more extreme, but harder to find the targets. I think you had to basically hit their eyes quite a lot to kill them.
Yeah.
It was a bit kind of muddled in that respect. But actually I loved that, yeah, there was like a dueling aspect to it as well, where you had to hit the other car's thing on the back of their car as well.
Oh, I didn't see that bit.
No, that's why I got
That's
the
probably how you
points.
stole all the points, yeah.
Stole all the points. Interesting use of words.
Well, it wasn't right till the end when you suddenly shot ahead.
50,000 ahead of him. But anyway.
And for someone who's not very competitive, you certainly are very competitive about this score.
I never said I was not competitive.
You say that all the time, every theme park we go to. You say I'm not competitive.
But anyway, I won
Duty says
out
otherwise.
of all four people in our car.
But you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Glad we finally got to ride it. It's a shame we didn't. The rain, as you can see through this vlog, the rain was getting quite heavy. It literally rained non-stop from late morning to when we left, and still now. It is Mardi Gras, believe it or not, while we're here. We haven't seen much as yet. Just going to answer that phone 1 second. Chief Wigan. So yeah, this is our first treat of the Mardi Gras season. Hopefully we're going to get a couple more in before the end of today. This is the Oob Ice Cream Bubble Waffle, which is you can find at Fusion, which is essentially where Men in Black and Harry Potter meet. It's in the middle there. And this is $9.50, around $9.50. It's basically soft serve. I'll show you the flavouring. The bubble waffle is actually quite nice. If it'd be warmer, it'd be even nicer. So this is like one of those Japanese snack type stick things, breadsticks.
Right.
Can't make out the taste, but it's kind of like very different from the sweet. It's like almost a bitter sour flavour.
It's like a very sugary ice cream.
Yeah.
Almost like a kind of bubblegum-ish flavour they're going for.
Well, what do you make of it as a treat?
It's nice. Couldn't do it with just one person.
No. I'm sure some could, but we can't.
It's nice enough, but I can't, because there's no discernible flavour with the ice cream. It looks nice. Presentation's quite cool. It's 3.5 shrimps on a barbie, but I can't work out the flavour.
No. Is this part of Mardi Gras?
Yeah. So the purple and green and the yellow tells you it's Mardi Gras. Yeah, I'd agree. 3.5. It's actually quite a nice ice cream treat. Just can't tell what the flavours are. before we left, we went to VOODOO Donuts. Roll it.
So it may be the end of our day and it's been a bit rained off, but where are we heading back? We're going to head back via City Walk and we had to buy something. What's that you got there?
VOODOO Donuts.
How long did it take to get them?
Only took about like 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I've heard horror stories of it being like nearly an hour and stuff, but no, it's good. But then I think again the rain's put people off.
Approaching. Please watch your step.
So what we're going to do now?
We're just going to get an Uber back to the hotel and get out of these wet clothes and get ready for tonight, dinner.
Yeah, head down to Disney Springs, which we'll be able to catch in the next episode.
So then after going to VOODOO Donuts, we went to try and get an Uber. How did that go, Darren?
So the last 2 rides we've had with Uber were sort of I'd say early to mid morning, so like 10ish, something like that, and both were pretty much the same price, which was $19, around $19.90, $19.80 something.
Yeah.
And we were leaving Universal around, what time is it? Around 4ish?
No, it was 5.
Right between 4 and 5 we were heading out, and we headed up to there's a drop-off point on the top of the Universal car park, which is the T-Rex, the Jurassic Park level, and it's red for anybody who's using it. Really easy to find, really easy to get to. However, went onto the Uber app and the price had shot up. It went between...
It started at 55.
55, and within 5 minutes
Then it went
up
to 60.
65.
Then it finished around 70, didn't it?
Yeah, went to 70 about 10 minutes later, then went down so we kind of got a bit panicked, so we were thinking how we're going to get back, and I remembered that there was also another service out here which we don't have in the UK, which is called Lyft, Lyft. So before you head to Orlando, it might be worth putting that on your phone, because it is an alternative and it's basically the same thing. Well, it really is the same thing. You get a driver in the area. It did take a while to get him, but it's a busy period, and he was great.
Yeah.
He was awesome, and that was $24 something.
And on that note, it's time to say goodbye, and we'll leave you with this little video of VOODOO Donuts going round and round.
So much sugar, so much sweetness, revolving, mesmerizing.
But do let us know what you think of Hagrids.
Yeah, would you do you prefer it to, let's say, Velocicoaster, or indeed the other Wizarding World of Harry Potter attractions, such as Gringotts? I know we do.
But I was actually really impressed by the ET ride as well, so let us know what you think of the ET ride as well.
It's nice to finally do it. Glad you joined us for this episode today. Next time, I think we're going to be heading out for some dinner.
We are indeed, yes.
So I hope you join us, and we'll be back at Disney soon.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Thirsty?
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Thirsty.